Some really big developments happening out of the U.S. government. Back in 2022, the SEC came out with rules saying, or making it very difficult for a bank to act as a custodian to hold people's Bitcoin for them, or to hold an institution's Bitcoin for them. And so they made these rules really strict. The capital requirement was very high. So now the U.S. House of Representatives, yeah, if you know Idiocracy, you know that one. This is a perfect example of this. But the U.S. House of Representatives wanted to overturn this. And Biden said, no, 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 you're not going to overturn this. If you try to do this, I'm going to veto this. So there's this big old tug of war out there going on right now. And I don't think this is the end of it. And so, in other words, they think, or the U.S. government thinks banks are going to be too decentralized if they allow custodianship. And so can you imagine what they think of people that are wanting to hold their coins on a hardware wallet in self-custody? Makes you think where this is heading. This isn't the end of this, right? You have pretty much the entire U.S. government, including all the presidents. They are slaves or puppets to whatever the Federal Reserve says. And, this November, it's going to be interesting to find out which guy gets in. It doesn't really matter because guess what? You're not voting in, and you cannot vote who's going to be the Federal Reserve chairperson. And this is only going to get worse because the people that run this show, the reason why the U.S. has been so hateful on crypto is because it's run by central banks. It's run by the Federal Reserve. They have the U.S. dollar. It's a debt-based instrument. The whole reason the Federal Reserve came about in 1913 was to combine the wealthiest families in the world so that they stop competing against each other and start working with each other. It really worked out very well, and you can't vote any of these guys in. So this November, you're not going to be voting for anybody in the Federal Reserve. You're going to be voting for their puppets, essentially. So good luck in that. Speaking about other politicians, I'm not a big fan of any politician. If you follow me at Sir Crypto Tips on Twitter, you will know very well my stance on that. But Trump said just recently that I'm good with it. Speaking about Bitcoin and his positive thoughts on Bitcoin. Also, he says that he'll stop the hostility towards crypto markets or towards crypto and embrace it. So he's going to fix all the problems of a almost $35 trillion indebted country with no plans on paying this off. Listen, nobody can pay this off. But on a similar topic, Willy Woo has a very good tweet. He says 15% of the 258 million adults in the U.S. hold crypto. Based on U.S. crypto adoption growth rates, I suspect this election year will be the last time governments can feasibly win while still being anti-crypto. I kind of disagree with him because where this is heading is BlackRock. BlackRock owns the show. BlackRock owns the SEC. That's why they've won pretty much every single ETF application out there that they've ever done. So what's going to happen is people are going to be onboarded into crypto by BlackRock. They're not going to be able to hold their own coins for the most part. Very few people are going to learn about self-custody, and this is kind of the normal digression, I should say, of a nation when they just don't allow for anything innovative and they have to force their garbage down people's throats. That is what is happening in the U.S., unfortunately. So what do I think is going to happen? I think a lot of innovation and money is going to flee overseas. I've been saying this for a very long time. I can see it happening right now, and it's only going to get worse. So is there hope for U.S. citizens? Yes. Right now, if you want to learn about how to keep your coins safe and keep it away from the hands of those greedy parasites at the U.S. government, pretty much get your hands on a hardware wallet. Learn how to use self-custody. Learn how to trade on a decentralized exchange. So if you do want to know what we are doing with our crypto, I would definitely suggest you checking out learningcrypto.com. And if you want to see my daily thoughts on Twitter, at Sir Crypto Tips. I would definitely recommend you checking it out. All right, that's all I have. Let me know your thoughts below. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.